Hi, good day. My name is Anthony Empata, and I'm going to discuss Lesson 8, What are measures of central tendency. So first, what are measures of central tendency? The word measure of central tendency means that center location of point of convergence of set of values. Test scores have a tendency to converge at the central value. This value is the average of the set of score. In the other words, a measure center tendency gives a single value that represents a given set of score. Three commonly used measures of central tendency or measure of the central location are the mean, the median, and the mode. So the first one is mean. This is the most preferred measure of a central tendency for use with the test score, also referred as the arithmetic mean. The computation is very simple. When a student has added up the examination score he or she made in the subject during the grading period and divided it by the number of examination taken, then he or she has computed the arithmetic mean. Here's the example. This is x, the summation of x, and the number where x equals the mean, and the summation x equals the sum of all the score, and the n, the number score in the set. Consider again the test scores student given in table 8.1, which is the same set of the test score used the previous lesson. As you can see, in table 8.1, score of 100 college students in final examination. In the mean of the sum of all scores from 53 down to the last score, which is 35. That is x on summation over number plus 53 plus 36 plus 57 plus 60 plus 49 plus 35. You have many ways to computing the mean. The traditional long computation techniques have outlived their relevance due to the advancement of technology and the emergence of statistical software. Using your scientific calculator, you will see the symbol of x and summation of x. Just follow the simple step indicate the guide. There are also simple steps in Excel, different version of statistical software or SPSS offer the fastest way to obtaining the mean, even the hundred of the score. In the set, there is a long original information cause you have dealing with the original individual score. The use of a statistical software will be explained later. And here's another table 8.2 frequency distribution of group test scores. As you can see in the box, we have class interval, midpoint, F, XF, cumulative frequency or CF, cumulative percentage. In the traditional way, it cannot be argued that you can see the glance how the scores are distributed among the range of values in considered manner. You can even estimate the average of scores looking at the frequency in each class interval. In the absence of a statistical program, the mean can be computed with the following formula. And here's the formula. X equals summation of x in F and the number, where x midpoint of the class interval and F frequency of each class interval and n total frequency. Thus, the mean of the test scores in table 7.1 is calculated as follows. X summation of x and F over number equals 4720 over 100 equals 47.2. And next, looking at the table, do you find the value reasonable? Why? The easiest way to use SPS by simply following this step. Open data editor window. It is understand you have a prepared and they test earlier. On the menu bar, click analyze and descriptive statistic, then frequency. This opens with frequency dialog box. As you can see the image, press continue on the descriptive option box. Then press OK on the left descriptive box. And you will finally see the following image. Descriptive variables scores, statistic equals mean, and SADIV mean max. And let's proceed to descriptives. As you can see, there have N, 100, a minimum, maximum, mean, STD deviation. So, look again at the earlier computation of the mean. For test scores presented in table 8.2, it is A 47.2. Compare it with the computed mean indicated the fifth column. Round it off the nearest tenth, then you find out with the mean. A 47.1500. And next, median. Median is the value of that divides the rank score into halves, or the middle value of rank score. If the number of the score is odd, then there is the only one middle value that gives the median. However, if the number of scores is the set of even number, there are two middle values. In the case that median have average of those middle values, but if there are more than 50 scores, arranging the scores and finding the middle value will take time. The specific calculator will not give you the median. Again, the statistical software can do this for you with the simple tips similar to finding the median. So here's some steps that help you. In the menu bar, click on Analyze, then Descriptive Statistic, then Frequencies. This open with the Frequencies dialog box. Step 2, click on the Decide Variable Name in the left box, and the day test less as consider the test score also in table 8.1. Move your cursor to the statistic and the frequency statistic box will pop out. Click median. In the last step, you will also see that you can use the same process in finding the mean. Earlier, we opted to use the descriptives instead of the frequencies. Then click continue, then press OK. And as you can see, there have a frequency. Again, how do you work it out with the conventional way? Either you can rank 100 scores, such takes time, or you arrange a score in the frequency distribution as shown here. And next, the table 8.2 frequency distribution of group test score. We have class interval, midpoint, F, X, and F, cumulative frequency or CF, cumulative percentage. So this formula will help you to determine the median. Median lower limit of median class plus size of the class interval. And by applying the formula, number 1, you need to column the cumulative frequency. This is now shown at the 5th column for data table 8.2. Number 2, determine the n over 2, which is one of the half of number of scores and examinees. Number 3, find the class interval of the 50th score. In the case where there are 100 scores, the 50 scores is in the class interval of 45 to 95. This class interval of 45 to 95 becomes the median class, where marked lines in table indicate that the median class is located for easy reference when computing the median value. Number 4, find the exact limits of the median class. In this case, class 44.5 to 49.5. The lower limits of it is 44.5. Summing up these steps indicate the formula. And here's the formula. Median is 44.5 plus 5 open close parenthesis 100 over 2 minus 44 equals 18. And another 44.5 plus 5 open close parenthesis 6 over 18 equals 46.17. You will see the value of is not too far from the value of 64 generated in SPS output. When rounded off the whole number, they give the same value. And the next one is mode. Mode is the easiest measure of central tendency to obtain. It is the score of value with the highest frequency in the set of scores. If the scores are agreed in a frequency distribution, the mode is estimated as the midpoint of the class interval, which is the highest frequency. This class is interval with the highest frequency and also called the modal class. In the graphical representation of the frequency distribution, the mode is the value of horizontal axis at which the curve, and it is the highest point. If there are two highest points, then there are the modes. As the earlier discussed in lesson 7, when we are scores in group have the same frequency. The group of scores has no mode. Considering the test data of table 8.2, it is also seen that highest frequency of 21 occurred in the class with interval 45 to 49. Though estimate of the mode is 42, which is the midpoint of the class interval. Using statistical software and following step of the finding the mean in median, the following image will be appear the gives of value the mode captured directly from the raw data presented in table 8.2. And the next one is frequency statistics. The scores valued 100, missing 0, mode 42. As you can see, that 42 is equal to earlier estimate with obtained. That is the midpoint of the modal class. However, in the some cases of value using the conventional method, it is exactly equal to the value generated by statistical programs. Again, this is Anthony and Pata, and thank you for listening.